AVV Nation, all of YouTube out there, what's going on? My name is Patrick France, bringing you another update on the VectorVest mobile app. Today, we're going to be talking about when to buy and also what stocks to be buying. Last week, we talked about how to free up cash to reinvest into stocks that'll make you money. So this week, we're going to take it to the next step of once you've freed up that cash to be able to reinvest, where to go find the stocks that you want to get into to help make yourself some money. So if you're ready to learn, as always, smash that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and let's jump right into it here today. All right, welcome back everybody. So we're going to be starting off right here on the homepage. Now, as I mentioned a second ago, we're going to be talking about knowing when to be buying, also what stocks to be buying. And we're going to be starting off right here with the market timing gauge at the very top center of the app. It's the first page you see when you sign in, and it reads just like a traffic light. So green would mean it's okay to be buying or go, yellow means use caution, and red simply means to stop or do not buy. And for a lot of people out there, knowing when to buy can be sometimes the hardest aspect of investing because they're scared after the market plummets or after the market has a correction of knowing when to start getting themselves back in, or if the stock may be, moving sideways or maybe volatile, may not like what they're seeing, they may wait and then all of a sudden miss out on a great opportunity. Well, when you follow the guidance of the market timing gauge, this can help relinquish some of that fear and help give you a systematic approach, a non-emotional approach to make sure that you never miss out on great opportunities. So right now, as you can see, the market is mildly bearish and VectorVest does not advocate buying any stocks at this time. Therefore, we're done today. We know we don't need to be buying any stocks, so therefore, we're simply closing the app, we're done. But when we do see the market timing gauge get into the green, telling us it's okay to be buying and telling us that we can start to buy stocks or we advocate to be buying stocks, well, VectorVest makes it easy by putting it all in the stock pick ideas. If we tap on that, we can see that it's categorized into a few different sections. And this is all based upon personal preference. There's a lot of different styles of investing out there, whether you're a long-term, retirement-minded or dividend-minded investor, or maybe you're a short-term trader looking to outpace the market, willing to take on a little bit more risk, but looking for that higher reward. So no matter what your style of investing is, VectorVest has you covered. If you're more of that short-term momentum trader, obviously, starting off at the hot stocks with the high momentum stocks or just simply hot stocks is a great place to go. Also, make sure to stick around for the very end. I'll show you a few extra places you can take a look at to find some additional ideas as well. The second place we're going to take a look at is the retirement stocks. This is going to be somebody who's more long-term focused. So if you're looking not necessarily to outpace the market every single year, but more focused on capital preservation, then retirement stocks are going to be perfect for you. So you can take a look at the overall top rated stocks. Those are going to be some of our top VST stocks. And then really the next place we're going to be looking at is safest stocks. So if we jump into this list, one of the things you'll notice right away is it's sorted by RS or relative safety. So these are going to be some of the highest fundamentally sound stocks out there out of about 9,100 stocks in the US market. These are going to have some of the strongest fundamentals out there. Obviously, right now, they're not going to look great. The market has been selling off. But once we start seeing those green lights appearing, we start seeing the gauge that we looked at just previously telling us it's okay to be buying. We're going to start seeing these stocks turning around, and these are great for long-term success. Utilizing the RS indicator is going to be the key if you're a long-term investor. So pro tip right there for you. Hopefully that helps you out for anybody tuning in that may not be familiar, maybe just getting started and needing a little bit of help there with their portfolio. So as you can see, you have a lot of popular names here like Salesforce, you have Adobe Systems, ALGN, Intuitive Surgicals in here, Trex, Lululemon, Visa, and the list goes on. A lot of popular names that you're probably familiar with. So as always, take a look at the graph before ever purchasing the stock because as we mentioned last video, the graph is like a big picture of the stock, and as the old saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So if we get out of here, the next one we're going to be taking a look at is top dividend stocks. We talk about this from time to time in some of our online mobile streams that we do every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, both here on YouTube and on our Facebook channel. So you see a lot of big names once again. NUE has been one that's been popular recently. Chevron, Exxon, a lot of oil stocks coming in here. No surprise there. So as always, when you tap on one of these stocks, you get the 4 indicators at the bottom. Looking at NUE, all of them are above 1, tells us the stock is favorable. If we scroll down a little bit, we get the extended data, which has the dividend data as well. So when looking at it here, we see the dividend is $2, and that's an annualized rate. So that's $2 per year per share. Then we look at the dividend yield, 1.53%. Dividend safety is cast on a scale of 1 to 99. So closer to 99 it is, the more consistent it is, telling us that this is a very, very safe dividend at 98. And then the growth, or the dividend growth, is at 11% per year. And just as we put a VST scoring in for the individual stock, we also do the same sort of thing for the dividend of any stock that pays a dividend with the YSG factor, so standing for yield, safety, and growth. As we can see at 1.21, that is above that level of 1 on a scaling of 0 to 2, so that tells us this dividend is favorable. And you can do this on any stock at any time out there. So if we get out of here, taking a look at some of those, as always, you can also take a look at some of the hot industries if you're somebody looking for more sector rotation, shorter term swing trading, that style of thing. You can find some great ideas out of the hot industries as well. So before we end today's video, as I promised earlier, let's take a look at one other place you can find some great candidates here. And that's going to be the premium watch list down here on the left-hand side. So once we tap on premium watch list, these are going to be more specific for certain areas of the market. So for example, the very top one we have right now is the Buzz stocks. Based upon that Buzz ETF, that was a popular announcement when it came out just a few months ago. But then below that, for if you're a swing trader, Midas Touch stocks is another great place to go. Once again, if you're a swing trader, you can also take a look at some of the top VST stocks. And then we get into daily boomers, which is probably one of my personal favorite searches. If you're somebody who's really aggressive, more of that momentum trader, somebody that's even considering day trading, well, daily boomers is a great place to go to find some of those really fast moving stocks. Then as we scroll down, we see some 5G stocks. So as we know, 5G is still in its early infancy stages. So there's a lot of growth potential with that one. You get some indexed ETFs for both the bullish and bearish, so you can combine them together to take advantage of the markets, whether they go higher or lower. Then you have some marijuana stocks, some clean energy, crypto stocks are even in here, and a lot of other great options. But as we saw earlier, we talked about some of the safest stocks, and right here you see the safest stocks with buy ratings. So it's a little bit different from what we just saw under the stock pick ideas. But these are going to be the stocks, once again, sorted by RS with the highest RS values, and they also have to have a buy. So you notice this list looks a little bit better than what we were seeing previously, and that's because these stocks are continuing to move up with the market, even though the market has been a little choppy moving lower over the last several months. All right, so now that we've covered a few places to go to find stocks that would suit your personal investment style, let me know what style of investor you are. Are you somebody looking more for that dividend style of investing or the long-term play, which we looked at with the retirement stocks? Or are you somebody more interested in that short-term trading like high momentum stocks or daily boomers or even some of the Midas Touch stocks? And now last but not least, I want to finish off by covering one more area that isn't used very often, but due to the current circumstances in the market, it could be quite useful very, very soon. And that is a technique that we like to call bottom fishing. Now, I've done several streams on bottom fishing techniques, but I just wanted to point it out because I get a lot of questions about where people can go to find these bottom fishing searches or bottom fishing scans. So I wanted to point that out, leave it as a little treat at the end of the video for everybody tuning in to the very end. Once again, thank you for sticking around. But here's where you can find access to some of the hottest bottom fishing searches that VectorVest has. So those are going to actually be in the screener section down here at the bottom. And then if we go to the Explore screens, you get a whole section here for bottom fishing. So if we tap on that, you get 4 of our hottest bottom fishing strategies. So jailbreak, no contra ETFs, going to be really aggressive, very broad. But then you have more specific or focused ones such as the S&P 500 divided by RT bottom fishing strategy. Also S&P 600 small cap divided by RT bottom fishing strategy. And then to follow up, similar to Jailbreak, VST Mighty Mites, which is going to be looking at lower dollar stocks that have a lot of explosive potential when the market starts turning around. But once again, bottom fishing strategies aren't necessarily best for when the market just has a 5% pullback. They're really going to give you the most bang for your buck when the market has an actual correction, similar to what we're seeing now. But as we always talk about, market timing is everything. So make sure that the market guidance and the market timing is telling you it's okay to be buying before ever utilizing a bottom fishing strategy. So on that note, it's been my pleasure being with you here today. Hopefully you guys have learned a few things to help you get started with the VectorVest Stock Advisory app. And until the next one, take care, adios, and toodles.
Yeah.